Hey guys, Carl Sodago here from knowinsint.com, and today's midday power up is all about the psychology of having a healthier lifestyle. Now, I've actually already recorded this video twice on my high-end camera, but for some reason it's not uploading, so this will be my third time. So I've really had a chance to really refine this. But basically, I just wanted to kind of talk to you about what's happening behind the scenes when you start to have a healthier lifestyle. As you may know, in this day and age, it's not that easy. It is, but it isn't. It is because, you know, it's pretty easy. There's a lot of resources out there on how to become healthier. I mean, you have YouTube, you have books at the library, you know, that place where you can get free books and then you just give them back. Yeah, cool concept. But you know, there's a lot of resources out there. There's a lot of crappy resources too, a lot of gimmicks and fads. But it's easy in the sense that, you know, if you really put your mind to it, it's doable, you know. So I guess I wanted to focus more on why it might not be that easy to, or I'm sorry, why it might not be that easy to. Like some of the things that hold people back, and just some of the insights that I've gathered from my own personal journey to getting healthier, and you know, just kind of share that with you and hopefully inspire you, encourage you to, you know, keep going and you know, do the damn thing. So I guess the first thing would be to kind of understand food for what it really is. And this is what I've, you know, come to my own understanding. And the problem with today is that food isn't really food. Okay, you can say what you want, but the food that we eat nowadays is mostly processed and it's mostly refined. So the nutrients that were naturally in those foods have been stripped away, and most of the benefits have been taken out. You know, even your table salt isn't as beneficial and nutritious as it could be, because it's been like refined. So I mean, if your salt isn't even as good as it should be, you can best believe that most of the food that you're eating probably isn't. So the food is being stripped, okay, of all the stuff it's good for, and then whatever's left that we're eating isn't even absorbed and utilized in our body anyway, because we've got so much plaque buildup and mucus that our intestinal tract can't even, you know, really extract all those proteins and you know, necessary nutrients to have a healthy body. So once you realize that what you're eating is mostly kind of dead, you know, I'm not talking about just meat, you know, I'm talking about, you know, even if you went vegan and you're eating a lot of that processed stuff, it's still very much, you know, there's still a lot of added stuff to it. There's just chemicals, there's dyes, there's preservatives. There's just so many things that are in your food. Most of you are probably getting ready to eat lunch and you're like, damn it, Carlos. Some of you probably don't even care. And you know, it is what it is. But for those of you that do, those are the people that, you know, obviously are going to benefit from this video. Take something away, hopefully. You know, you're going to see food as a different thing during your journey. And for me personally, I look at it now as fuel. I look at it as, you know, I can see where I might have used it to maybe suppress emotions, sedate myself, you know, eat out of boredom. When I did a 15-day juice fast last year, the one thing that I really noticed was how often I eat out of habit, not out of necessity. You know, I mean, people don't realize that when you see, you know, commercials and you see billboards and advertisements for food and for anything really, those are pretty powerful. You know, they might be a couple seconds and you might not be aware of it, but your subconscious picks up on all these suggestions, okay? And it slowly but surely does kind of hypnotize you. You know, it's very psychological. I mean, companies put billions of dollars into their advertising campaigns throughout, you know, the year for very good reason. You see, I'm starting to talk too much. The cops, they're coming to get me, so I got to be quick. No, I'm kidding. But you know, there's just so much bombardment of, oh, I need this, and people start to believe that, and then, you know, you start to overeat. You know, talk to any, you know, overweight person, you know, like heavily overweight, and they'll tell you, you know, I eat because I'm depressed, and I'm depressed because I eat. There's very much an emotional and mental tie to the food that we eat. Like I said, you know, I found just recently that I eat a lot when I'm trying to procrastinate. You know, I'm getting ready to do a project, getting ready to do some work, and it's like, I'm gonna go make a quick sandwich. I'm just gonna go, you know, eat a quick something. And, you know, it's for good reason, because when you eat, you know, your body releases certain hormones and chemicals. You know, you kind of sedate yourself. Sometimes you eat when you want to repress emotions. You know, you're thinking about something, you're like, you know, whatever, I'm just gonna go eat. You're bored. So, you know, you get that quick little dopamine rush, you eat some foods. It's very much emotional and mental. You know, everything is all connected in life. And so I guess when you have that understanding, it makes a little more sense as to how and why you're becoming healthier, why you're going to give up some of these things. Then you incorporate, like, you know, oh, I want to stop drinking, or I want to stop doing certain drugs, or I want to stop with certain, you know, bad habits. That's a whole nother ballgame. But it's all about dissecting and seeing why you do the things you do. For me, drinking, you know, I haven't drank in probably a good month and a half, and that's not a long time at all, I know, but I don't plan on drinking again. That's the thing. And so a lot of my friends are like, come on, man, just, you know. And I can understand, because, you know, drinking is so socially acceptable in this day and age that it's almost like drinking water. You see commercials for it. It's become like perfectly okay to drink. And I'm not condemning it. I'm not saying if you drink you're a bad person, because, you know, most, if not all, my friends do, and it's cool. You know, I'm not trying to judge or anything, but I am just saying that people create certain frameworks. People are very comfortable with their mindset and the way they see the world. So people see me and they go, oh, Carlos, yeah, I remember that one time when he broke that table. And, you know, when he was drunk. You know, I remember Carlos when he, you know, and so everyone has these certain, like, characterizations of people. And so when you take that away, oh, I don't drink anymore, it's like, oh, man, I kind of miss that. Or, you know, I want to go out and drink with you. And there's just this social thing with drinking and social thing with eating that, you know, it involves other people. It's outside of just yourself. So not only are you dealing with, you know, the psychology of trying to eat healthier, but now you have the whole social aspect, which is huge, because, you know, I'm from Chicago, you know, suburb of Chicago, but I grew up deep dish pizza, baby. I mean, eat good out there. Chicago is known for its food. You know, big sports city, so you go to baseball games, you got some dogs. I mean, it's just like, it's food out there, you know, food and drinking, and it's like the whole city life. So that's where my paradigm was, and that's what I kind of had to, like, deal with. And so, you know, you're talking to people, they see that you're not drinking, that you're eating pretty healthy, their insecurities come out, now all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, you know, I only drink on the weekends, or it's like, look, man, you don't have to lie to me. You know, it's fine, do what you do, but don't, you know, I'm not trying to judge people. But that's how they feel, because they're not on the health tip. They're not where they want to be. So you got to deal with other people's insecurities, and, you know, and it's good, because you want to inspire those people, and you want them to maybe see that there is an alternative and that it can be done. So that's kind of where I get some of my motivation from. It's like most people that I talk to, they say, you know, I tell them, oh yeah, I gave up meat and dairy, or oh, I'm eating this, or I do this and that. They go, oh, I can never do that. I wish I could. And I started hearing it so much that I really understood what they were telling me. Most of them, if not all, so far, nobody says, oh, I don't want to do that. You know, you'll meet a couple of dudes that are like, nah, man, I eat meat, that's what I do. And it's cool, and it's like, all right. But most people say, oh, I can't, or I just don't think I could. So they have that, like, that want, that desire, but they just don't know if they have the willpower and the discipline, which is, it's nice to hear, because then it lets me know that there are people out there that want to get healthier but just don't know. You know, there's so much misinformation with food and diet and nutrition that it's hard to really get a bearing and be like, okay, what do I Do I work out 3 days a week or 5 or what? So there's a lot going on, but you have to look at it as all-encompassing. Okay, it's the journey is the destination, and the destination is the journey. Okay, because you don't want to just be like, oh, I'm gonna, you know, be healthy for 6 weeks. I'm gonna do a 6-week health trip or 3-month or whatever. It's when you do that, it's good because you're setting the goals and, you know, you have something to aim for. But then when you're done, it's kind of like, oh, well, I guess I'll just go back to eating, you know, the food that I was eating before. And you want to look at it more like, I'm incorporating this into my life forever. Okay. Now that can be intimidating because you're like, oh man, I got to give up this for my whole life. I don't know. Can I just do baby steps? Of course you do baby steps, but you want to have this mindset of, okay, I'm slowly weaning myself off these things so that the end goal can be maybe me not needing them at all, or maybe me incorporating all this into my diet. And the more you kind of look at it like that, the journey becomes more fun. You know, it should be you reading, getting more knowledge on this stuff so that you have a better understanding. You know, as you start to eat healthier, you will be revealed to yourself things within yourself. You're gonna cleanse the body. There's so many toxins in your body. There's so many thoughts that you like suppress, and where do they go? You know, it's not like there's this empty space. No, like those, everything in your body is electric. Okay, I mean, it's like your thoughts; those are passing through neurons. You know, your central nervous system, your muscular contractions. There's a lot of electricity that's happening in your body. So when you think these thoughts, they get stored in your body. Okay, you know, stress is essentially cortisol. Is, you know, the hormone or chemical associated with stress. So when they say stress kills, it's true. Stress does kill because you're constantly releasing those negative emotions and thoughts and worrying and stress, and that chemical gets introduced to the bloodstream in the body. It gets deposited in different areas, and so for the most part, you really are putting those thoughts into your body, which is why when you feel great, you're feeling mentally high, your whole body feels good. You feel connected. You feel just empowered, and you know, you're just vibrating at a high level. Okay, your body, everything in life is all about vibrations. If you want to get all like scientific about it, it's everything's vibrating at a certain level. So when you're vibrating at high frequencies, you are doing it. Okay, you're alive. So I don't even know where I was going with that. But you kind of want to be conscious all the time. Okay, throughout this journey, this path, this new healthy lifestyle, you're going to gain more clarity. You're going to gain more consciousness. Okay, you're going to start to see everything in your life. You're going to see, okay, wow, I get pretty frustrated when this happens, or you know, I notice that I'm this way, or I can do this better. It's, you just start to cleanse your body, your mind, and your spirit, and you will start to just have this whole new door open to you that will help you reveal yourself and really get inside and see yourself, and it'll help you with your relationships and other people, because you've got more control over yourself, you can now be the person you want to be, establish these relationships, maybe, you know, repair relationships. There's just so much. And you know, I myself am seeing that I'm just getting started, baby. I mean, I'm like just warming up. I see this, I'm just so excited that I'm in this headspace, and I am where I am because I have so much to look forward to, and hopefully I can inspire and share this with other people, because that's what it's all about. You know, the better I feel, the more I want other people to feel it. And so you have to remember, you know, you don't want to be preaching to people, oh, you eat bad, you know, you're a bad person, you're naughty. You don't want to do that. Because people, then they're just going to shut down, they're going to get defensive, and it's like, oh, I don't want anything that you're selling. No. You want to tell people, hey, I feel great, this is awesome, you know, I want you to be part of it because you're my friend, you're my family, whatever. That's how you want to approach it. So the further you get into it and the more healthy you get, the more you're going to be looked at as like, oh wow, you're like, you know, really healthy. Wow, you think you're better than me because you got a six-pack. And it's like, you don't want to be better than people. You just want to be inspirational. You know, you want to motivate them. You want to let them know that there is another way. This is possible. You can do it. You know. So I know this is pretty heavy. It's pretty deep. A lot of people are like, whoa, this is a long power up. But if you really want to get serious about this, take your life to the next level, on all levels, you have to get your mind right. Because without the proper mentality, your actions are pretty much useless. And you're not going to really get anything out of it other than, oh, hey, I met my goal, you know. Okay, cool, but what does that mean? You know, what is that goal even set for? Yourself, just to prove it to yourself or to prove it to other people? You know, it all starts to become clear as to why you're doing these things. You know, for me, it's pretty deep. You know, I'm doing it to inspire other people. I'm doing it because I've always wanted to become a ninja, and I see that this is probably one of the best ways to become a ninja. I'm doing it to learn more about myself, what I'm able to do, push the limits. I'm doing it to strengthen my connections with other people, strengthen my connection with God, and just become a better inspiration for other people. And you know, I got a lot to work on myself, trying to get rid of the ego, trying to become a little more genuine, authentic, break out of my own comfort zones, and you know, just learn as much about myself as I can. And so there's a lot to it, and it's great though. It's a blessing. I'm happy to be where I am, and hopefully you guys will be as well. So yeah, I think that's about it. 17 minutes. It's a nice little video. Thanks for sticking around. If you guys are still watching this, some of you are probably like, okay, I'm gonna go to the Vine, or you know, go watch some video of a guy eating his own head, which is possible. You guys see that too. When you start to really eat well and you know, really get cleaned up, you'll be able to do incredible things like eat your own head. I know it's probably something you guys don't think is possible. All right, I'm done. So if you guys like this video and you think that, you know, you got something out of it, someone else can, you know, I encourage you to like it, share it, give me some comments, some feedback. You know, was it too long-winded? Did you not like this shirt? Whatever. But you know, I appreciate you guys' time. I love you. Thank you. God bless. We'll talk soon, and I look forward to seeing you guys again. So, Carlos out.